Okay.
I don't like that we both did that.
All right, so my kids are locked in the other room with my wife, so we're on a time limit until that door explodes open. So
Well,
let's rip through that shit.
Yeah, we got a lot to cover, so let's do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Who wants to start?
I think you lead this thing.
All right.
Yeah.
What do you got? Jason, you said.
Oh,
you look
yeah,
like
no,
you're about to
okay.
say something.
So all the travel tables.
Yep.
I didn't feel like waiting, so fuck it. Like, I just ran ahead. There are 3 of them that haven't been proofread yet, and I'm sure there's going to be a ton of stuff for that. I did all the things that were assigned to me for this week. The anything that had factions.
I have
that
to
we're waiting
update that too because
Yeah.
I have to go through all the things that Jameson went through yesterday.
So anything that's been sitting there for eons, just waiting for me to get to it, I finally had a chance to give everything a pass. And everything I was supposed to get done for next week, as of now, has been done. I'm sure as people get to things are going to, pile back on me, but that's fine.
Except for the recording of Odyssea, which
You gotta get that
we gotta get done.
Yeah.
So that I can write Odyssea, and that one's gonna be a fucking nightmare. So I have to try to
No,
get
it's
as much of
not.
DRP done this week as I can, because next week is gonna be mostly writing Odyssea. I think it's gonna be a nightmare. I might be wrong.
So the good thing is, so the bad thing is nothing's been written for the Black Rock Mountains region. The good thing is there's only 2 parts.
Yeah.
Of the Black Rock Mountains region.
If you want me to post it, I thought it'd be annoying if I posted this, but I actually have the same thing that I have laid out for this week. I have that for all the next 4 weeks.
Oh, good. Okay.
So yeah, I have to write both of those, and then that's it.
Okay. I went through the Trello again today, and I pulled all the sections for all the regions into the correct column and put deadlines on all of them. So at a glance, you can now tell what is due when and where it is right now, and that is accurate as of when I left work 2 hours ago.
Oh,
so,
shit. Nice.
So we're in pretty good shape there. I was able to get Dern Hollow first pass done today in between stuff at work, which was bad. I wasn't supposed to do that, but I did it.
I thought you meant work was bad, and you were like, it was bad,
well,
so I
it was
left
also
and did
bad.
this.
It's been an extremely stressful week.
Oh,
but
I'm sorry.
I got Dern Hollow done first pass. So far as I'm aware, I am done personally with 10,000 Horns. I have done 1 pass each on the Divide and White Wolf Valley.
Yeah. I think you've done 2 passes on quite a few of those too.
On some of the ones in White Wolf Valley, yeah. So I'm going to look through that stuff. Yeah, if not tonight, then tomorrow I'm going to look through the rest of that. I intend to be done with all of my edits for these 3 regions tomorrow night. That's my goal. And then that way, you guys have Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday for everybody else to do all the other passes, and we will have 3 regions 100% done on Sunday. That's the goal.
Hell yeah, that sounds perfect. Yeah, I can update everything for that weekly sheet again after we're done here. I was hoping that I'd be able to go through the stuff you went through, because I need to know whether or not I need to hand some of those over to Jason before we give them to Val and Susan. Or before I give them back to you, because that's the first pass.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, before I give them back to you, because sometimes they're just I just don't know things. I'm like, sounds right, but Jason, take it away.
Well, the one thing I wanted to make sure to mention is that the 2 orc camps cover a lot of the same territory in terms of not just the history, but also they both get into the same components of orc society and stuff.
Right.
So when you look at those, look at them together. Right. Because I think
the thing that I'm worried about is if a DM is reading the book and they go to the Brugal, for instance, and they haven't gone to the Mozog, and they open up the Brugal chapter to figure out their culture, and they figure out oh, there's not very much here. They might not know to go check the Mozog to get all the culture-related things.
We could put a note saying, for more information about the culture of orcs, see over there. So that we only put it in the first one, and then the second one is refer back to the first one or something.
My assumption was that there's also going to be a write-up on orcs, like in the bestiary or in the races section, one of the two.
There will be one in the races section.
So and I did this for the dwarves too. A lot of my notes in Stone Sunder were like, okay, this is like dwarven racial cultural stuff. Let's pull this for that section. And same thing with the orcs. There's a lot of stuff in the government and mostly the government stuff that's like societal. I think that's better for the racial write-up than the city write-ups, you know.
It's probably the only time we'll encounter this in the book, but it's an interesting thing with the Brugol and Mozog because they were one unit up until a couple of years back. Then they drifted off, so it's all there's just one forked path at the very end.
Yeah, I like that. Right now, the Brugol one is very like, here's how the orcs came to Alara, and how they got to be in this conflict with the dwarves, and only barely at the end mentions the split. And the Mozog one is focused on the split and everything that's happened since, and their kind of cultural outreach shit, which is great. But both of them kind of converge and have a huge overlap when it comes to the societal stuff. Yeah, exactly. So that's my only note is. Yeah, so when you guys look at that, just look at them kind of together at the same time, and just kind of keep that in mind when you look at it. And same for you guys, Val and Susan, when you look at it. But I wanted to make sure to mention that. Everything else, I didn't see any overriding issues or anything like that. So. Is there anything else we need to really like discuss as far as the regional stuff goes? I mean, I feel like we've all got a pretty good sense of what we need to do this week, right?
Yeah, no, I actually don't want to jinx this, but I feel like we're gonna be fine with this deadline thing.
Yeah, I think we're firing on all cylinders right now.
I'm a little worried about Odysseia and
I don't think it's gonna be that hard.
Because Uman'Yaro hasn't been started for the most part. Like a little bit's been started, but not much. But towns and cities, typically, if I walk in and I have a full day, I can finish one before lunch if I'm doing really well. The thing I'm worried about Odysseia because historically, time travel has not been an easy thing to explain.
No.
So
but
I'm worried about how I'm gonna write that. I bet Jameson's gonna have a lot of notes for that section, and 90% of them are gonna be like, I don't get it.
Well, I think that.
Such a note.
I mean, we talked about this very briefly at DragonCon, actually. I like the idea of the art for Odysseia being an actual split down the middle of the old city and the new city, or the ruined city and the rebuilt city.
That's the first time I'm hearing this. That's good.
It is fun. I was sitting next to you.
Oh, I kind of fucking listen to Jameson.
I was gonna say no, we were both there.
Wow, Jason.
It was DragonCon. I was overstimulated.
Probably were.
So I think the help of that visual aid is actually going to go a long way in helping the description for that section, though, as well.
That's true. You know? That'll probably help a lot.
So I guess if it helps, keep that in mind while you're writing it, and we'll see if we can kind of incorporate that.
Yeah.
But hopefully it should make it a little bit more approachable. Because next week, just real quick, and then we should move on to the next thing. But next week we got to hit all of the Morning Shore, all of Black Rock Mountains, Serpent Isle, and Fire Isles, which is not too bad because Serpent Isle is one piece of lore. Fire Isles is two.
Yeah.
Morning Shore is big-ish, and Black Rock Mountain is pretty small, except it hasn't been written yet. So pretty, actually, compared to the region we're doing now, pretty doable. The Divide's huge. White Wolf Valley is huge.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's kind of the bonus of having this broken down into 15 regions. We're going to get, like, I'd say a third of them are...
Yeah.
There's a lot less surface area to cover.
That last week is going to be amazing because it's like, here are 4 islands that, like...
You want to talk about feeling productive? It's like fucking slam dunk, done with that region. Boom, done. But, like, you get to just plow through the last bit of it.
So that's all really good. I wanted to talk also really quickly about maps because we had talked about getting an actual corrected version of Winterhaven because there were 2 big typos on the final map for Winterhaven.
Yeah.
Do we want to also go ahead and just ask for those revisions to the Alara map that we've been bouncing back and forth on?
I think it's going to keep Valerie up at night if we don't.
No. That's your decision.
Write down all the changes you want to make.
No, dead serious.
If
we're going, here's the thing. If we're going back,
yeah,
and doing it anyway, let's just do it.
Yeah, and if
I'm saying here's the chance.
Why not?
Yeah. I had a half-hour-long conversation with Ian,
and
what it basically boiled down to is like, all right, it's not in the book yet. We still have time. Let's do it. So let's do it.
Yeah. Well, because here's the thing: is he is finishing up the map for Overdale right now.
Mm-hmm.
He hasn't yet started the next map. This is a good time to go in and say, hey, we need a couple quick fixes on Winterhaven. We need a couple quick fixes on the continent map. And I also want to ask him about the possibility of doing an official, I don't know if he would charge for this, but I want to ask him his thoughts on it. I want a version of the continent map with the actual regional breakdowns, like that one that Bree mocked up.
Oh, yeah, I'd love that.
Just a small one. Doesn't need to be as high res as the huge one. But I think that regional breakdown would be huge for people who are flipping through the map, being like, what region is, you know, Donhurst in or whatever, you know, and you can kind of look at that.
Do you know that might, if we did get it slightly higher res, that might help Jasper when we break down each individual region. He could zoom into that. You could see exactly where those borders would be.
Yeah, that'd be very helpful.
Okay, yeah.
You know, I mean, it's an idea.
I could totally see that helping too, because as I'm going through editing, we've moved everything to regions, the region tables, and I'm like, oh, what is that in again? Is that 10,000 horns, or is that the?
Yeah, I'm like, I have no clue what places in what region.
I would like to direct your attention to the document that I just found again today, which is the table of contents.
Yeah.
Which tells you what is in what region.
I use that so much.
I've used that color-coded map more times. I came up with this shit, and I still have to use the just because of the way, like, at the end of the day, it's like, well, we need to organize this, so we had to come, like, not all these places, they're arbitrary borders, because it's not like someone's there to enforce, like, well, the middle of this forest in the south, no one's there to enforce it, but we need it so that we can have a cutoff point for these places.
Yeah, and for reference for people who have to look through the book too, it'd be like,
exactly.
Is Donhurst in the Divide or is it in that other region? I forget the name of the other region, but yeah. So I think I want to ask him what he thinks about that. Mm-hmm. If he wants more money for it, we can discuss it.
Yeah.
Depends on what that is. We'll see what's possible.
Right.
But I would like to get a version of that map for the book, even if it's like a small bottom of the like half page, like here's how the breakdown is regionally when you're reading through this section or something like that.
And Daniel's a pro. I'm sure we'll figure it out.
Yeah, I'm not worried about it. I just want to, before I ask him, I wanted to mention it to you guys. I'm like, oh, by the way, I dedicated more of our money. I hope that's okay.
Right, yeah. Yeah.
Dude, today's been all about dedicating money.
Got my car fixed today.
Oh, yeah, we did that.
Yeah, Jason had the exact same thing happen. The exact same thing.
You fucker.
Wait, cars?
You did it to him. It was you, Jameson.
It was me.
Wait, what happened?
So I was complaining last Friday that, like, I've had three of my 2 cars. I've had 3 breakdowns this summer, and
my car broke down.
It's all been wheel rotors and brakes and all this stupid shit. And then immediately after I told them that, you guys had the same issue.
Yeah.
So.
All I'm saying is it happened to me first, so I started it.
I haven't driven my car since July. I've been driving John's, and it doesn't have AC in Florida.
Oh no, you win.
That's illegal.
Yeah,
I don't have a car.
Yeah.
My coils went out right after the warranty expired.
Yep, they design it that way.
But I do have a stupid porous temporary tooth right now that I fucking hate.
Oh yeah, those suck.
I hate it so much. Why does it have a taste?
You only paid $2,800 for it, so it's fine.
See, that's why my dentist kept being like, so what do you want to do about a replacement for this tooth we just yanked out? And I was like, I'm fine, I'll just leave it. I'm not doing it.
I got enough to chew.
See, I would have, honestly, I probably would have done that if it were one of the smaller teeth, but it's one of the back molars, and it's right next to one of the teeth I already don't have. So I was like, I need this tooth. I need it.
I need this tooth. I'm keeping count. I need this one.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So regions are good. Map stuff is good.
Well, if we're doing map stuff, might as well do it right now, because we've gone back and forth on the name so much, and if we are gonna, is that what we decided? We're gonna go forward and do the changes.
Let's make the changes.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, let's go down the list. Here, let me get a better pen really quickly, because this pen sucks balls.
Can I just take
No.
Wow. Okay.
My pens are better. Not that one, obviously, but in general.
Wow.
And you have no taste in notebooks either, apparently.
No, that's fine.
Hmm?
I have no taste in notebooks either.
No, you don't.
I like $5 big ass notebooks.
I got to
that's
hear
why.
you mocking Rob for his because I was listening to the group A and you left that part in where he was like, I just got my nice spiral notebook. And Rob was like making gagging sounds.
Rob came. Okay, this is the closest Rob's ever been to like, oh, have you heard the good word, Jason? Like he got unbelievably preachy about notebooks and paper quality and.
But look, okay, you wanted to offer me a Papermate Inkjoy.
Bitch, it's a pen.
Over
Just...
my Micron Sakura pen.
Use a fucking pen. Like, that's all it is.
You don't understand.
There are good pens and there are bad pens.
It's true.
Yours didn't work. Mine did. I thought I was doing you a favor.
Really quick. This is something that was decided just recently. We are going to keep Dark Elves.
Yes.
Valerie.
Okay. Yes.
Oh, okay.
That was on my list.
Yeah.
To confirm.
It also does a nice thing with the high elves, where it's like they're the two side elves to the elves. It's not like they're side chicks. That's not what I meant.
Yeah, I have an old change. Yeah,
I got an email about it that you rejected my suggestion.
Oh, because it was after we decided to go with Drow.
Right,
That's why.
Oh no,
you were the one who brought it up after that meeting.
Uh-oh.
Right. No, because you did it like 2 days ago or something. Or at least I got the email for it.
That was like 2 weeks ago.
I hate when our editors fight.
Yeah.
Okay, Matt.
Girls. Matt,
First thing
changes.
is the Stone Sunder Mountains. Stone Sunder is one word.
We want it to be one word.
Yes.
Right now it's two
Yes.
words,
Two
right?
words. Yeah.
Correct. And it's called Serpent Island, not the Serpent Isles, right? It's Serpent
Yes.
Island.
Yes.
Right, okay.
Yeah, because it's the Fire Isles and Stones and Serpent Island.
And then Drake Island as well.
Yep.
Okay.
There's a lot of reptile islands.
There's a lot of reptile islands. There's a lot of reptile.
What we got are Bandit's Rest.
Bandit's Rest, which currently has no apostrophe.
Currently has no apostrophe. Do we want to change it to apostrophe?
Let's make all these places grammatically correct.
Okay, so does the rest belong to the bandits? I think so, right?
Well, yeah, it's
Yeah,
their
so
shit.
that
So
does.
apostrophe after the S.
Yeah.
Then, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
If it's plural,
Valerie,
if it's
tell
a
me where to
plural
put
possessive,
this.
right?
Right, but
Oh my god.
But the singular is bandit. Not
right,
bandits.
but and it's talking about a bandit's rest, not and while it is all of the bandits rest,
Belongs
I
to all
think
of them.
it would look better if it was T''S.
Yeah.
But
So
What do
be
you think,
correct.
Susan?
you heard Valerie. Let's just ignore what's grammatically correct and go with what
No,
what's
but
good to Valerie's
that
eye.
now we're talking about I'm trying to think of what's analogous like in the world,
Gotta look at the map.
like
Well, I mean, so Jason, canonically, is Bandit's Rest named after a bandit or many bandits?
Well, it's because there's a shitload of bandits living in that forest. That's why.
Personally,
There's a gaggle of bandits.
Like, if we're voting on aesthetics, I kind of like when the apostrophe comes after the S in, like, people's names. It makes it feel fancier to me. Because it's not S, apostrophe S, which looks really bad, obviously. Which is
Should
why we
we-
don't do that.
I feel like we should take a vote.
That's my vote. There's 5 of us. I mean,
Jason, how much do you care?
We can do
I-
S apostrophe.
No. I think we need to do a vote. Jason?
Oh my god.
Me or
No,
Valerie?
Susan, you're the other proofreader. You're the one who corrects all the grammar stuff. What
Yeah,
do you
Susan.
think?
Susan.
I'm looking at it now. I'm looking at it as the big picture, what everything else has. Nothing else has apostrophes.
Well, that's
Well, we're
what we're
getting to that.
changing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the map, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
some
So-
of them
'Cause
might
we're
have
The other
apostrophe
ones,
S.
we have Dragon's Reach, Hero's March.
That's what I was about to say.
Um,
Whatever you decide now, we're going to set a precedent, and we're going to refer to this case
Yeah.
And,
Right.
and yeah, we're gonna come back, especially like Heroes March. I think we're gonna.
Well, yeah, okay. So
I
I just had
think-
the thought that if nothing has an apostrophe, maybe that was a deliberate choice by Daniel. Maybe he knows something about map making where what.
No, because there's Butcher's Bay.
Oh, okay, well in that case, never mind.
That was a good try.
And Hunter's Bounty.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So let's go with either yes apostrophes or no apostrophes. I'm
I
hearing
think
yes.
yes apology. Yes apology.
Yes
Apology.
Yes
That's
apostrophes.
next.
Yes
That's
apology. I'm really sorry,
Okay,
guys.
but okay,
No,
so
that's my superpower.
Butcher's Bay is apostrophe S. Hunter's Bounty is apostrophe S.
But does Butcher's Bay belong to one butcher or many butchers? I think it belongs to one. Unless there's a lot of butchers there.
Maybe one butcher.
There's
A
only
gaggle
one
of
butcher.
butchers.
Okay. Well,
So-
murder of
Okay.
butchers.
Brace
What
it.
about
That's not a
Hunter's
precedent yet.
Bounty?
Hunter's Bounty. There might be multiple hunters.
Multiple hunters, I'd say for that. one.
Right, but the bounty belongs to one hunter. Or else it would be Hunter's Bounties.
Well, they might share the bounty.
I would say.
Bounty is plural.
Yeah,
You can
bounties
have-
of there's it's
You can
it's
split
plentiful.
up a bounty.
It's a single bounty that
Right,
belongs
but
to
hunters
multiple
don't-
hunters.
Don't
Yeah.
hunters usually have their own bounty. They don't like get together
But they can
and
share
Yeah, but
a
it's
bounty.
like it's
Like,
more. It's
What are
more
hunting
like
parties, Val?
the town's not going to split a boar, is what I'm saying.
Look, they all chase and abuse one fox. They don't.
Like, okay, well here's how I see it. I
Okay.
see it like you could almost put the word the in front of it. So it's like the Hunter's Bounty. Cuz it the bandits, well that doesn't work.
So
The
here's
bandits
my
do
thought.
rest.
I don't know.
That's where they
I
sleep.
don't know.
So.
There we go.
Here's
All right,
my thought.
Susan,
Who
weigh
made
in.
this map? Was it the scholars in Umanuro, or was it like some guy in Winter?
Oh no, we
Just
can't
this
do
grammar.
that.
We're doing meta
We're
now.
like
We're-
fucking wrong spelling and like no.
I want it to be.
Go there.
I want it to be the dumbest character on the show made this map.
Okay.
Yenward's just drawing
let's fuck
pictures
shit
of
up.
like butchers.
It was a guy named
Val
Moose.
left.
Moose made the map.
Let's just fuck
It
it
was
up,
Ed.
guys.
Ed.
Um,
Okay. I feel
all right,
like we're really
focus.
down the rabbit hole here.
Focus.
Rest, that was the first one brought up. I like S apostrophe because it's owned by bandits, but a shit ton of bandits are there.
Yes.
Okay,
Okay.
so that's what we'll go with.
And I feel like that could
Because
fit for Heroes March too.
Let's let Valerie choose the next one. We did Bandits Rest.
Okay, well here's so
Let's go
Bandits
down
Rest
Valerie's
is gonna be
list.
S apostrophe.
Yes.
Okay. Next, Butcher's Bay. We're keeping it as apostrophe S.
I think so because
Yes.
there's one
Yes,
butcher.
that would make sense.
Okay. Dragon's Reach. Currently has nothing.
For that one, I would.
There are
that one
multiple
reads to me
dragons.
as apostrophes S,
Yeah. I guess.
but
What-
I mean, but I don't know.
Does it
I,
belong to
I'm
one
not gonna die
dragon
on
or
this
many
hill, so I'll
dragons?
back
Well,
off.
there's many dragons there.
So
Right, but
that
but
might be S
I
apostrophe.
again I think I feel like apostrophe S works better. I don't know.
Or maybe the dragon's just reaching.
Right. So
And then
it's
there's no
the reach
apostrophe.
of the dragon. Like that's how I see
Okay,
it.
okay.
The reach of the dragon, so it's one dragon's reach.
But there are lots of dragons.
Right, so it's each dragon's reach, but
Write
individually.
it down. Jason, write it down both ways and see which one you like the look of. It doesn't like just see which
Okay.
one looks better.
Yeah, we're I mean we're
Do
splitting
you want
hairs.
me to use your
Yeah.
dumb
Yeah,
pen?
that's-
The finest hairs.
Jesus God.
But they need to be figured out.
Well, we do. Yeah, we do need to decide because when we get to the write-ups for those regions, I don't want to be questioning it. Let's just
Right,
roll
right,
with
right,
what's
right.
on the
Yeah.
map.
Right.
We want consistency.
I feel like I agree with you. Like it's their reach. That's the point. But like I feel like it would look better S apostrophe just because there are multiple dragons. Like that. Like
Those are the two dragons.
I feel like S apostrophe. I feel like it.
And you know what? That works because we did that with Bandits Rest. So now there's
And
a
they're right.
precedent set that if there's
Yeah.
multiple, it's S apostrophe, and if there's a singular, it's apostrophe S.
Okay.
I promise, Val, we'll get some apostrophe S's in here.
Boy, 4 years ago when we were like, let's make a book, did you think that we were gonna have a meeting about?
You know what? I really did. I did.
you have them, Val, and then we'll get the map to match that.
Hi.
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 Oh, hey,
we
welcome
missed
back.
You.
Hello.
We kept going after you disconnected.
No, that's fine. We're not needed.
Okay, just tell me what you decided.
I think what we're going to do after this call is we're going to do it in text in the Discord, because that way everybody's looking at the same written record. Once we make sure that the place names that Val and Susan are using to reference for their edits, we can request that be done for the map. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's my thought.
I had just got done saying something about, like, oh man, I never thought we'd spend so much time talking about apostrophes when we talked about making a book years ago. Like that would, like, man, these are the things you got to think about.
Guess what we talked about when you weren't here?
What?
Apostrophes.
The place names that have apostrophes in the middle, like Orash and Brugal, stuff like that. Because the article I just read for Brugal, the G is capitalized, but on the map it's not. So.
Oh.
Okay.
I think it's supposed to be capitalized because I double checked that.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Oh, really? Because I have it in my notes that it's not capitalized.
Yeah. So let's take this opportunity to make sure that we've all got that information.
We'll get So we'll get it all in text so that anyone could look at it at a glance, and we'll even keep those notes in the Google folder.
Let's make that.
We can also update the table of contents. That could help, like if we refer back to that, because I think most of that is correct, except for the apostrophes, which is something we never thought about before.
No.
Yeah. So Val, whatever document you're using to reference, can you make that available in the shared folder?
Sure.
Just so that we can all kind of keep an eye on it as we go through these items. You don't have to do it now. I'm just saying, once we get on the map stuff.
Would it be too much to ask if I keep it for everyone else view only?
Ooh.
Well, just because, like, I just want to make, because if something happens and someone changes something and I don't know about it and I don't realize, like, it would be easier, I feel, if one person is the only way to...
How about if you just allow suggestions in case somebody needs to make an edit? That way you can see it and approve it. And that way you know about it, right?
Okay, I can... because I also am making notes on it. Okay, I don't know the best way to do it.
Man, absolute power corrupts absolute.
Because I have specific words,
Valerie,
like where it was found. So if ever we want to go back to it, or like if we decide to do more of an index type of thing, like I have an idea of where these specific names and things are. Like.
Yeah, I don't plan on changing it. I just want to be able to look at it if I need it. You know.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Now I have to figure out how to upload it. And where.
I think just the front page, like the landing page for the setting book.
Yeah, that'd be great. Because that's where a lot of the reference stuff is.
Yeah, that's where the table of contents is. I think the table of contents is in the Adventurer's Guide folder.
Yeah, it's the first one.
Okay. So...
All right. Okay. Beyond apostrophes, what's next?
I think we can do map notes in the Discord. I think that it would be better to have a written record of all of that. I would like to do that. If we can have a final list of requests for Daniel by Friday, I can send that to him on Friday, as well as the question about the regional map, and I'll also check in with him about Overdale because I haven't heard from him in like a week, so that'll be a good opportunity to do that. So also, Val and Susan, take another look at the Winter Haven map.
Okay.
And see if you can find any other issues or questions there, so we can make sure that we have that figured out by Friday too. And I can email him everything all at once, because I'd like to be 100% done with those two maps after this pass. Let me run through the art stuff real quick. I've been doing more daily updates with that, so we shouldn't have too much to cover here. Andrew is good because he's got work. Adam is good because he's got work. Brian, I have to check in with him soon because he had that family issue. Carlos sent me art examples for what we want characters to look like.
Ooh.
Oh shit. Okay.
Of other characters.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
okay.
Let me get links to these.
Sweet.
Okay.
Carlos.
I don't know. I put it in. I don't know if you guys can see it or not.
Let me check real quick.
I'm throwing these in the art channel of the Discord real quick.
Oh wow, there's more stuff here than usual.
There's not.
Really?
No, this is about how many?
I don't feel like the writing progress worksheet was there.
Maybe not the last time you looked. That was a while ago. Honestly, I could probably get rid of that. That
Wow,
was
okay.
one of the many ways.
Could you punctuate the word "you" a little bit more? Maybe the last time you looked like maybe.
I mean, I'm the one who made it, so.
Yeah, but jeez.
I like the way we're doing it now better than the writing progress.
I'm just saying, you really made me sound like the Ben Affleck to your Matt Damon there. Just a second. Just like the...
I don't know what that means.
Whatever.
I got it.
Wait,
Thank
so
you.
do you guys
Isn't
see
it
it?
usually the other way
I don't
around?
see anything.
Well, like Matt Damon was credited
Find
for the
and
writing
replace,
of...
Is that the one?
No,
I
it's
did that one.
setting book spellings.
Spellings, yes, right there.
There we go.
Oh, you uploaded it, so... Okay, so that's view only, but only because...
Oh, because I did it.
Because you uploaded
Yeah,
it,
that's fine. That's fine.
Right. Wait. So what do I have to do it the other way?
Wait, where is it? Sorry.
It would probably be easiest for you to just make a new file and copy paste it.
Okay.
Yeah. You can make a new. I forget what the Excel sheets for Google are called.
It's just
Google Sheets.
Google
yeah.
Sheets. Yeah.
If you open the XLSX file, there's a button at the top that says "Open with Google Sheets." That'll
there
create
you
a
go.
copy.
That's even better.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's way better. Oh, Jameson posted things in the Discord.
Okay, so I don't have to copy paste.
No, you don't have to copy. If you just open the file in the Google Drive, there'll be a button right at top center that says "Open with Google Sheets." It'll create a copy in the different format.
Ooh. Jason, you want to go to Discord?
Oh, god damn it. Nothing.
What?
Uh-oh.
Nothing. I just accidentally paid someone out of my pocket. Fuck.
Reimburse yourself.
Yeah,
Reimburse yourself.
Yeah, just reimburse.
Yeah, just pay yourself out of the thing. Just make sure to make a note of it. It's fine.
Yeah. Okay. Let's get back to it.
Okay. So, I sent 2 image links in the Discord, 2 different art styles for characters that Carlos sent along. I mean, I already responded, but I wanted to get you guys' opinion anyway. And if it's drastically different than what I responded with, I will follow up because I don't think he started yet.
Who are we having Carlos do again?
Carlos is doing a Yarrow Ogre.
Okay.
And Bertana Moonshadow.
Okay. Huh.
As much as I like the anime style, I think that's not what we've been doing so far.
No.
I think the Barbarian is more kind of what we've been doing.
It's weird, 'cause, like, it's almost like we've been doing a cross between those 2 styles.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
Because, like, Adam
'Cause I
definitely
like
has
both of
some...
them.
Yeah, they're beautiful. So, I mean...
I'm really into the Barbarian.
Yeah, but, like, which art do you like better?
Zing.
What do you think, Jason?
I don't know what those things are called on the side of a body where you got, like, side abs.
Ooh, ribs.
I was going to say ribs, and I was like, it's not ribs.
Like, how do you get muscles on your ribs? Like, I don't understand.
No. People have those.
Right, I mean, like...
lifts and side raises.
obliques.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll never have those. So, that's the... So, okay, the other one is...
The Archer.
Yeah.
I like the Archer.
I do too, but it
the main
feels
thing I'm
different.
looking at for the 2 is the way that he colored them. That's the main thing that I think.
Yeah.
I feel like definitely for the Yarrow Ogre, that Barbarian style is way fucking better.
Wait, can I see the Barbarian again? Because I'm trying to think of just the way they're colored.
It's essentially the Archer is more cell shaded, and the Barbarian is more painterly.
I think characterly is more what we've been doing,
Yeah,
right?
I think that leans closer to what we're doing.
Okay.
That's kind of what. God, I always get Arthur and Andrew mixed up. Which one's doing the coloring?
Arthur.
Arthur.
Yeah.
Arthur does more of like a watercolor thing.
Also, the barbarian style, color-wise, much more resembles what we've been doing with cryptids.
It's true. It's a little bit closer to cat style that way. Yeah.
And nothing's ever going to completely match. I just think that,
Yeah, I mean, honestly, if you did half in one style and half in the other, they would both still fit the book.
Yeah,
so.
it'll be fine. That's why it's such a it's a tough decision. Not really, but like it's like, man,
I like Super Saiyan Barbarian though. I really enjoy him.
Oh
Got a lot
yeah, the
of
hair
product
lifting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
But
so
with a mullet. Mullet Super
so
Saiyan.
Carlos has work he's working on. Daniel, I'm going to check in with on Friday. I'm going to make a note of that. Crowbar is working on the Pantheon. Rock is working on Jordana. Roman sent the Omlu today in the final file, which Arthur now has. So that's all set. I haven't looked yet to double check. Did you got the Royals descriptions all in?
all done, all in there.
Perfect. Okay. Do we want to have him do them all in one piece, or draw them each separately and then we like assemble them in one piece, or does it matter?
I think
I picture them as a group.
Yeah.
But like we can, I mean, I don't know. It's up to you guys.
the thing. Okay, my thought process, and I'm jumping 1,000 years ahead, right?
Yeah.
What if the Royals are ever on the show and one character says something really funny we want to put on a T-shirt? It would be cool to have that character's
one of them
separate
dies.
image. Or one of them dies and we have to remove them from an image in the future. That's a good point, too.
Make it modular, I guess.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And then we could just assemble them. Sure.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to send him the description for all of them together, but ask him to draw them each separately. And then once they're done, we can Photoshop them back into the same image.
And he knows that they're all going to be standing side by side.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll work with them on that. But Roman works so fast that I feel comfortable giving him an entire group at once.
Yeah.
That Omlu came out great, by the way. I like it.
Yeah, it came out really well. He was literally like, I would send him a response, and then 5 minutes later he'd send me another sketch. I was like, Jesus, dude,
Yeah.
Calm down.
I just hit send. Like
it's too fast. So Sierra, I still have to. I haven't had a chance to do that like we talked about Friday. I want to get more examples of city crests to see if you guys like them, so that I can provide them to her for better examples, because that's not where we want it to be yet. Ashley's back at work. She's back from her honeymoon. So
I'm gonna send her congratulations. I had no idea.
Val and Susan, one of our artists, got married and didn't tell us until she was like, "Hey, I can't work this week. I'm getting married."
Oh, cool.
But she's back now, so whatever.
She's fast, so.
Yeah.
She's really fast. She's gonna finish the 5 items that we've already seen. She's gonna color those before she starts sketches for the other ones.
Okay.
So I'll have sketches of those, or not sketches, colored drafts of those pretty soon. Brandon, have you guys had a chance? Probably not, because we've been busy, to look at a list of interstitial art for him.
No, we have not had time.
Okay. I would like to get him working pretty soon, but obviously there's a lot to do right now. So
what I'd like to do with that, if it's fine, let's give him 10 of the basic, because what we want is margin stuff. Like, here's a campfire, here's a backpack, here's a pot in a pan, like shit like that. I'd like to give him 10 of those that are completely nondescript, not specific, all that. And then let's save 10 that are a bit more specific that we could have for the book. And it would be a little like, not Easter eggy, but like, oh, cool. Like
Malchus's cart. And...
something like that. Yeah.
Malchus's cart is actually the official art.
It's in the, he's getting official art. Malchus has enough. Let's That's a t-shirt
Malchus
right there.
has enough.
Never be too great.
Okay, so, all right. Well, as far as like the 10 quote unquote generic items, I don't mind throwing a list together and getting you guys to look at it, or if you guys wanted to do the list, okay.
I feel like I just named half of them off now.
I know, exactly. It's easy. Like campfire, food in a pot,
a skull for scary places.
Yeah, a skull, spell book, that kind of shit.
Sure. Just stuff to put in the book.
A mug of ale, shit like that. So Saba is working on stuff now. She's been paid, so that's fine. Kat is working on the final 2 cryptids, and that's fine. Arthur, I literally, as we started this meeting, sent him the Omlu, so he's got work now. And Lee just finished Calden and Braylon, and now we'll have Tatiana, because Jamie got back to me before Michael did.
So. Oh, yeah, Jamie already had hers filled out.
Yeah.
And you're going to have a hell of a time. You're going to have to twist Michael's arm a little bit. Because I have to whenever we schedule sessions. I'm going to warn you now.
Dude's busy.
He knows.
Yeah.
Well, I emailed him. I messaged him on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, and he got back to me quickly. He was like, yeah, I'll totally do that this weekend. And it's Wednesday. So I'm going to message him again.
Yeah.
So it's fine. Whatever.
Is that not part of the weekend?
I mean, I might do a Rob with him where I'm like, hey, is the previous art for Amvin still accurate? Why don't we just go off of that and tell me if anything's changed?
Let's just make it a little bit less weeby. I know that goes against my nature, but like, let's just
pretty weeby.
Pull back on the uke energy and let's just.
Yeah, he was an excellent artist, but he was very same-faced. But anyway, that's the whole art team. Everybody's got shit to work on, or if they don't, they're about to. And most everybody's got backup shit to work on as well. So we're in good shape as far as the art goes. I've been putting in my effort on top of the editing that we're doing to reply to everybody as soon as I get stuff, or at least that same day, because a lot of the slowness in the art team this summer was my fault. So we're going to correct that. And if anything's late, it's going to be because of somebody else, not me.
I should be getting rough sketches of Cal Ross and Tessia from Adam within a day or so, maybe even tonight.
I cannot wait to see Cal Ross. After reading his bio...
I still haven't read it. I need to
go
read it.
Oh, go read that shit.
I'm so...
It's one of those things where...
Can I say things? Because I know we're recording.
Yeah, who cares? I mean, it's going to be in the book.
Sleaze bag. I can't wait to see what a fucking sleaze bag he is. But like a charismatic one, like Ripley, but like turned up to 11.
Yeah, he's a hunk of shit.
Are we doing art for Ripley?
Are we? I can't remember.
I can't remember, dude.
Oh, it's all right. Whatever. We've got enough art. We'll figure it out.
I feel like he was a 4 out of 5, maybe a 3 out of 5. I forget.
Yeah. Okay. What else? Did I have anything else on art? I don't think so. Nothing we can't talk about in text later. All right. Who else has got what?
Okay, hold on 1 second before I forget all this. Coin stuff. So, hi, Jameson's wife.
You're getting waved to.
Wait, Lindsay.
wait. She can't hear you, Val.
Oh.
The children are alone. What's up?
My phone was talking to me.
Okay.
I don't know why.
They do that.
Hello.
Hi. I just wanted to let you know that your husband wouldn't dance with me at Dragon Con.
He doesn't dance. Even with me.
He
also,
blamed you,
Valerie,
though.
you're 11.
That's true.
He'd be put on a list.
He blamed you. He said he couldn't dance with me because you would get upset if he did.
Well, I wouldn't actually be upset. I would be upset because he won't dance with me.
I just want to let you know, but he loves you very much.
Well, I hope so.
They're married, Val. They have children.
He was like, I'm sorry, I can't because I don't dance with my wife, and she'd be very mad if I jumped up and down with you.
That's pretty valid.
I don't know what's being said.
That I would be mad at you if you danced with Val.
But not because I dance with Val, but because I don't dance with you.
Exactly.
Right. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. It's even a battle to get him to slow dance at weddings.
I stopped going to weddings because
you wouldn't
of
just
that.
like hop.
I wouldn't want to do that either. Yeah.
You danced at our wedding. Sorry,
slow dance with anybody.
not our wedding.
I was about to say, when did we get married?
Jamie's wedding. At the wedding we were at together.
Yeah.
You have a wife.
I did.
It's not me.
I know.
There you go.
For anyone listening. But you danced with Valerie.
Did I?
You did.
Did you? I don't know.
See, neither of us remember.
Well, you were drunks.
I have no faith.
I was not drunk at the wedding. I was drunk after the wedding. There's a difference.
I don't know.
The children are alone.
The children are alone. That's
Yeah,
true.
we got. Yeah.
Bye.
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 Also, hurry up. You're getting tired.
Okay.
Oh Oh, we gotta hurry up.
Okay.
Okay.
I only got to hear half of that conversation. I trust you all.
It doesn't matter. It's
It was dumb. It was dumb.
coin stuff.
Yeah, coin stuff.
So, everything about the coin went up in price.
Okay.
Because, life. So, shipping each individual coin was going to cost around 6 cents per coin. It's now up to 8 to 10 cents per coin. The mold is the same. That's $500 to do a mold. The coin itself is...
It went up by like 10 cents.
Yeah, it went per coin.
Yeah.
So it was going to be 33 cents per coin. The larger coin... Actually, it went up by 20 cents.
Yeah.
So now they're like 52 cents a coin, and we're making 500 of them. So
instead of, we were going to do 1,000, but we decided like it's not worth it to have the extras based on the price difference.
They're going to sit around this house.
Yeah.
Should we
were still able
look
to come
into
in
a different
under budget.
minting company?
No, we were still able to come in under budget once we cut back on the number of coins we were ordering. It's just like, now we won't be able to give them away as excitedly as we wanted to, but the thing is, they're going to always have our mold. So if we ever wanted to order more, it would be way cheaper.
Yeah.
$500 cheaper.
Yeah.
Did they explain why the prices went up?
They did.
If they did, well, okay. There's a number of things that, one, they're running behind. And my communication with them has been spotty from the beginning. But they're nice people, and I know that they make a good product because I have their samples, and they're hyper detailed. Like, for it being a metal coin, they used to draft these in an antique gold. We're getting bronze because bronze comes out better, and gold is more expensive. So these are going to be antique-looking bronze coins that are 37.5 millimeters by 25 millimeters, or 25.8, or something like that. So they're going to be rectangular, but, they're angular because it's like a shield. And at that height and width, we should be able to see all the details, because we have a lot of small details on our coin. Very, very well. They sent back art that's like, okay, here's what... Then they're making it out of the 3 bronze materials, and then what's inset, what's cut out. And that looks like it's going to be fine. The next is the 3D render, so...
Yeah.
Okay.
We also dropped $20,000 today on...
237 as well.
$20,000, $20,237 on securing our quote for the book, so that shouldn't change.
That seems scary.
It is very scary, but
I don't like that.
it's a lot.
All right,
It's a
that's
lot of money.
That's
but...
a lot.
Yeah. That's making my palms sweat thinking about this.
Yeah, made my palms sweat. Jason was like, "Do you want to be the one to buy it?" And I was like,
No.
Guess.
Yeah.
It was funny. We have a graph of how much we're spending, and before it was like manufacturing, art, and now it's like manufacturing, art.
Yeah, the art doesn't seem so expensive now.
Yeah, the art seems fairly reasonable.
Yeah.
That reminds me, I keep meaning to bring up, and we don't have to talk about it now, but I want to keep it front of mind, is we need to start talking about the design for the leather cover.
Yes.
Yeah, we got to get that done. Yeah.
So,
we know what we want to do, but
think
we gotta nail it down and get. I don't know who's doing the cover for the.
Yeah, I don't know. We haven't even talked about who's designing it. So
we just need to figure out who would draw the coolest version of that thing that we all know is a thing, and we can't say it because we're being recorded. So
What thing we all know is a thing?
The leather cover. What's gonna go on the leather cover.
Oh, I don't know what's gonna go on it.
I'll tell you in Discord later.
Okay.
It's just, you know what it is? Apostrophes. Just.
Yes.
Yeah, just.
And one interrobang in the center because I love the word interrobang. There's that.
Okay.
All right. So we'll keep that in front of mind. We'll figure out who should draw that because we have a lot of really talented artists, and it's such a simple thing that it's like it almost is more important who draws it because of how simple it is.
Well, yeah. I mean, what we need is a graphic designer, right? Not an artist, not an illustrator.
Hit up Jasper.
So, which would be Jasper. I don't know if that's something he wants to do or has time to do or is comfortable doing.
Yeah, we could throw him a few shekels.
It's a place to start, and if he doesn't think he's got the bandwidth for it, then we can find somebody else. Because The guy Jerome who did my Bad Neighbor Comics logo, he's around. He's looking for work, and he's really good and responsive. So I would probably, if Jasper can't or won't, then I would say I'd be willing to ask him next, unless you guys had somebody else you wanted to ask. So
that sounds good.
Okay.
So yeah, we'll definitely keep that front and center in our brains, and I want you to be able to say goodnight to your kids. So I think we're done.
Oh,
Val?
there's one more thing that I was going through stuff and I noticed. So when we're talking about gods, I want to solidify exactly what we do and don't want to capitalize.
Multiple gods is lowercase, singular gods is upper. Like if you're talking about a monitor as a god, uppercase, because it's one guy. If we're talking about them as a group, it was lowercase. That's been the rule so far. Now if our proofreaders go, fuck that.
No.
Even the god of the sun.
Yeah, because I'm when you're referring to a specific god, for example, the god of the sun, do we want the T in the first
that's what I was
T
gonna ask.
capitalized?
Well,
and then the second T, and then the T in the second the, do we want that capitalized? I say no on that one because
it's in the middle.
It's in the middle.
Yeah. Okay. Because of legal copyright reasons, blah, 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 the God of the Sun is their title. So, yes, to kick into capitalize the first.
Yeah, even just hearing you say it out loud, like I'm translating that to capital T.
Yeah.
The God of the Sun. The way you emphasize it.
The second T, though, is not.
No.
Right.
Because that one's in the middle, and we wanted to do a nice, like, whee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Book title rules.
Yeah.
Now, for example, there's a sentence, throughout the city you see that there are many symbols of the god about. If we're just saying that, is that capitalized?
I wouldn't say so because we've already established who that is.
Right.
I would capitalize the word God there because it's their like we capitalize God in our world.
Yeah, because you're talking about a singular being.
Right, and
But
in that
that's the
sentence
proper
we're talking
noun.
about
Yeah.
a singular being though. We're talking about one specific God.
But so here's the thing it's only the Christian God that gets capitalized.
Yeah,
that's true.
Right,
because that's
because
his name.
Any other
that's his
like
God is their name.
Religion,
So
they
Yeah,
don't
just make it-
capitalize the G.
that's
That
more
makes
who
sense.
what they are. That's more like that's
got me.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's just do lowercase because it's easier. First of all, like that's just simpler, so that we can see when it's wrong
so
easier.
It's always
Unless we're doing the full
lowercase,
title.
Unless it's the God of
lowercase.
the blank.
right.
Okay.
All right, and then always undercase otherwise. That makes sense. You're gonna have to correct that a lot because I was doing it the other way.
That's totally okay. That's what we're here for.
I think I've gotten a lot better with its though.
Can I say I am so sorry? I don't know what happened with one of those travel tables because Google,
Oh yeah, I saw it. Yeah,
Google formatted that so weird,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they edited that one. I was like, ooh, I wish
that got
Jason had
all
seen this
fucked
before
up.
they edited
Like
it.
I don't know what happened, but yeah,
It was fine.
it's like
But,
well,
again,
you know
that's what we're here for.
This sentence needs 98 spaces in between these words, and it's like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah, so I think I went through and like really just
Dude, thank you.
went all out
I
on
opened
it.
it up to check and see if it had been edited for my list, and it was just all red. Like someone had highlighted the entire thing.
You can
and
see
wrote,
the
like,
number of
shit
corrections.
Yeah.
So it's like usually you see like it's like, oh, here's 28 or 52, something like that. I open it, it's like fucking 200 something. It's like, oh.
Which wasn't super necessary just because, this isn't like the final draft, and obviously the words are just words and Jasper takes them and puts them in the layout, which is something I need to ask Jasper about, if he copy pastes or if he...
I don't think he's
I don't think
retyping
he's
everything.
retyping it.
Yeah,
That
I
would
think he's
suck.
copy pasting in sections probably as the formatting requires.
And those travel tables are going to need more work anyway, as they're probably one of the last things to get done because we have specific page number references in them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
While that is one of the last things to get done, that will be placed in the book before then, because we have to account for where the pages are.
Yep.
Yeah, we're gonna. I mean, we've talked a little bit about this, but at the end of the entire layout phase, we're all going to have to go through and do a proofreading pass, not only for mistakes, but also to find those page number spots and actually assign those numbers. So
we're gonna give
I mean, that's going to be
book of like, okay, here's all the things you need to fix now.
We're exactly going to give Jasper.
It's going to be an all hands on deck type thing, though.
Yeah.
So.
Hey, quick pep talk before we leave. I want to tell everybody they're doing a fantastic job. And the fact that we could sit here and talk about apostrophes for 20 minutes and no one got murdered is a testament to how well we're working as a team.
I mean, we're through Skype. So
we see each other every once in a while.
Susan's close enough that she could probably go to Valerie's house and beat her to death.
Yeah.
Now, so
It'd be like a 2-hour drive, but
is it 2 hours?
Really want it.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
like 2 or 3 hours.
Yeah. Depending on if there's cops on the road.
Well, okay, if we're going to pretend that this apostrophe thing was the first time we've ever discussed minutia, like, fine.
Or the first time we've discussed the apostrophe.
That's very valid.
I think this is probably the 3rd or 4th meeting that it's been brought up.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about commas, guys.
No!
I don't want
No, we decided yes on the Oxford comma.
Yes,
no,
let's
did.
go back into
I
that.
have it big
God,
in my
I
book.
forgot.
Like, one day we're gonna have to, like, 3 years from now, I'm gonna take out this book and go through it with you guys, because there's some really, like, Oxford comma is huge on one page, and then, like, a big check mark.
We're doing...
I love that it froze on Val. Just
I
like
know.
Yeah.
beaming.
It froze on me too. I don't
No,
know.
this is back.
That was great though. It was a good freeze.
After we're all done and this book is in people's hands, we are so doing a tell-all. Like, we're gonna go live and just sit and talk about, like, it's like, well, here's what we were fighting about this week, and it's just like, we're gonna do it. It's gonna be great.
And here's why I look 10 years older.
Yeah. Oh my God, dude. I'm
here's
aging...
why I don't get carded for my ID anymore.
I'm aging like a president doing this project, dude. It's terrible.
No, you're doing okay.
I had no gray in my beard when we started.
Yeah, but now you have cool, like, Doctor Strange stripes through your beard. So,
By the
like,
end, it's going to be a Santa beard. It's going to just spread.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. I think we're in great shape, honestly. That deadline stuff, we're gonna get that done, no problem. It's looking really good. So
yeah, we're in good shape. If we do this again next week, we should have stuff in the bag already. We should have written content that is 100% done and laid out by this time next week. We're ready to be laid out at the very least.
Ooh,
so.
baby.
Yeah.
That's sexy. Let's do it.
Very sexy.
That's the goal.
All right.
All right, guys.
All right. See you guys later.
See you guys.
Bye.